thank you guys for stopping by back on the channel. I appreciate you guys for watching as always, and a huge shout out for those of you that have already subscribed. So today, as by the title I'm sure you can tell, we are doing something a little different. Today we have been doing stuff to the 280, which is great, but I don't want to keep giving you guys the same content as we are currently waiting for the rest of it to dry. I'm trying to fully smooth it out, so when I'm doing the fiberglass and stuff like that, it's a lot easier. So I'm sure you guys have already seen the progress on that so far, but go ahead and show you. So while we're waiting for that, I got to fill in a couple pieces, smooth that down. So in the meantime, what we're going to be doing today is I am going to do a little bit of vinyl wrapping. So not too long ago I did vinyl wrap this. It's my rear strut bar, and I did it in this marble. It actually came out pretty good, and I'm sure on camera you can't really tell, but I did use multiple pieces, and if you look close enough, it is kind of Frankensteined on there. Very first time wrapping anything. Don't know why I decided to do it the half butt way and not take it off, but it's normally what I do. That's probably why. But I decided I want to go ahead and do it the right way. I do have some vinyl left over. I was going to use that for the trunk as well, but a little something different. But I just decided I'm going to go ahead and just redo this instead. So that's what I'm going to do today. So we'll go ahead and get that started. But before I do that, there's one other thing I want to do real quick.
I think I farted.
Oh my goodness. Mom?
Where's my car?
Let's go ahead and
Ride in your car?
rip this vinyl wrap off here. So this is what we're going to be taking the struts off. Just got a nice little tool like this, just pop them all off. They just got these little spacing right now, but that's all it's got on there. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off, and then I'll go ahead and start filming once I got them all off and we actually go ahead and start wrapping. Alright guys, so I got those off. The reason it looks so much darker is because I had all this stuff. It's actually my second take on this. I was showing everything that I had when I was missing something that I'm going to be using, and it took me forever to find it. Turns out it was under my car because it's so damn low and I don't have the battery hooked up. It took forever. Anyways, so I got the pieces off. The things we're going to be using are, of course, a heat gun. I've seen some people use a hair dryer, but I don't know how well it works. Of course, we got the vinyl wrap. It is marble again. We got the pieces, as I said. We got a razor blade. And I also got this, which I heard is really good for vinyl wrap, which is knifeless tape. So that's going to be, big thing. That's what I was looking for. It rolled under my car. But I'm going to go ahead and wipe these down. I did wipe them down before I wrapped them the first time, but go ahead and wipe them down. Maybe hit them with the light sand just so the vinyl wrap sticks a little better. And then we'll go ahead and start wrapping this and get this taken care of. Alright guys, so I did go ahead and sand it down. I'm not actually sure if you need to sand it down. I did anyways because, like I said, I really want to make sure it sticks. Also, I apologize about the lighting. It is getting dark. Son does have a soccer game tomorrow, so I'm trying to get this stuff done, but hopefully you guys won't mind too much. I am doing what I can to make the lighting not so weird. Anyways, also, big fail, the thing that I spent like 15-20 minutes trying to find, damn knifeless tape. Did not want to stick. Not sure if it's because it's on the inside of the material or just this tape isn't as sticky as I wanted it to be, but it's not working, so we're going to go ahead and get the stuff wrapped without it. So I am going to go ahead and throw all this stuff away and get the big piece ready, because I'm going to go ahead and start with the big piece, obviously. That way I can make sure that I have enough vinyl wrap, because if I start with the small ones and can't get a big one done, then kind of out of luck. So we'll go ahead and get this started. Alright, so I got the amount that I'm going to be using. Kind of sucks. I feel like I'm going to be wasting a lot of this. At the same time, I didn't pay a crazy amount for it, so it's not that big of a deal. But I am going to go ahead and start undoing this from one side and go ahead and start laying it down. Probably start off from this side here. And bear with me, guys, if you guys have done this before and you know that I'm doing this absolutely wrong, bear with me. Again, this is my first time. If it fails, then it fails, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and work this out. First time doing it, taking stuff off. Again, the other time it worked out decently, but it wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm having a rough time. So with the piece this big, it is a little hard for me to handle the wrap and the heat gun at the same time, so I did call on reinforcements. And here she comes now. Luckily, baby Rye fell asleep, so she's gonna go ahead and help me. Now I can put you guys down and actually get this done, you know, properly.
No promises.
Okay, well, if you burn my fingers, I won't be that mad at you. Be careful with
How
this.
does it?
So just go ahead and look.
Where? Just.
Okay, so I did cut it a little bit because working with that full piece was a little difficult. But right here, so far pretty smooth, but we got to get some of this, you know, stuff out here. So that's what we're going to be working on now. Sorry that I couldn't get into more detail of everything that we were doing there. Sadly, we would have needed another person to be holding the camera while we were doing that. It was kind of troublesome, but for the most part we did go ahead and get the main part finished. So there are a couple imperfections, and I mean the strut cover itself did have some imperfections, but it's not perfect, but at least it is one solid piece now that's not Frankenstein together. There was a couple spots that the wrap came a little short, or it tore. And so for those pieces, I did go ahead and do a little bit of patch jobs. The good thing about this type of wrap is that because the marble effect, when you cut a piece a certain way and put it somewhere, it's not super noticeable. So I'm not going to point out where it is. If you guys do see me in person, go ahead and try and look for it though, and you can point it out to me and give me a hard time about it if you want to. But I'm going to go ahead and go start with the little pieces now. These should be a lot easier. Huge shout out to Yaz for helping me. I wouldn't have been able to do this in the slightest without her, because it was such a huge piece. I wanted to keep moving around between pulling on it and everything. There she is. You can't see her. She just walked through the door. But huge shout out to her for helping me out with this. Really appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the little pieces, and I will go ahead and put it on. I'll try and show more of what I'm doing on this, but I'll do my best. Alright guys, so like most of my projects, it did turn into an all-night thing, but it is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in, and then I'll pick this back up in the morning, show you guys the end result when there's actually good lighting, and you guys can actually see what it ends up looking like. So for now, good night, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning guys, or good afternoon. It is day 2 of this. I didn't get as early of a start as I wanted to. Did have soccer games, things like that, and then it took me quite a while just to be able to do this. One of the flaws of the 350Z is if the battery isn't connected, you can't open the hatch, which sucks. And last night I was tired, closed it, not thinking, so I had to go ahead and hook the battery up just to be able to get the trunk open. But I did go ahead and get that done so we can show you the trunk. I haven't seen it yet myself, so I'm going to be looking at the vinyl wrap with you guys for the first time. Also did take down the wanted posters, did get the Legends banner hung up, shout out to Dustin Williams, so got that done at least. And we still got the aftermath of last night, leftover vinyl wrap. Got a little bit left over, not sure if I'm really going to use it for anything. We'll see. But I can go ahead and show you guys how the vinyl wrap came out, see if the frustration and the bad filming last night was worth it. Real quick too, before I show it, I apologize if you guys were expecting a DIY video on how to vinyl wrap. When it comes to little things, you know, it's alright if you want to try it. Vinyl wrapping is a pain, as pretty much anything that you do with a car. If you are trying to vinyl wrap the whole car, I would suggest going to an actual shop if you're local here in Mexico. Obviously go to Revive Wraps. But you know, as far as something as little as this, you know, you can try it yourself. Still going to be a pain. Also, I didn't use the greatest vinyl wrap to begin with, so that does add more frustration to the mix. So if you do it, you might want to think about spending a little bit more money on vinyl wrap. I knew what I was getting into buying, you know, the cheaper stuff, but for what I was doing, I really didn't feel like it was needed to spend more. But anyways, let's go ahead and turn you guys around and we will show you guys the trunk. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this. I don't know why I pushed the button, it was already open. Alright, actually looks pretty good. I'm going to try and show the best detail that I can on camera with this. Let the camera focus in a little bit there. It actually looks pretty good. The problem with it the first time that I had is, you know, these areas here, you were able to see the vinyl wrap like peeking out and it didn't look good, but you know, now that I took them all off, actually wrapped under it. Again, there are a few spots where I had to do patch jobs. Not going to show you guys. If you see it in person, you can look for those. There are a couple bubble spots, but again, the strut itself wasn't perfect anyway, so there was going to be bumps like this. But for the most part, is like a first time, you know, wrapping thing as far as taking it off and actually vinyl wrapping it. Again, shout out to Yas for helping me, or I wouldn't have been able to done it, be able to do it without her. But it actually came out really well. So I am debating, I might do some more the marble vinyl wrap. I'm not sure if I want to keep the wood floors or do something a little different. I just thought the marble was a good idea. It goes with the color scheme of the car. It looks nice. And then with the, of course, the marble hand-painted air suspension tank, I thought it was a really good idea to do. But really happy with how it came out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me struggle with it. I know the videos probably fast forward during those parts, but still, hopefully you guys can get you know, some enjoyment out of me struggling with this stuff. But you know, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry about my arm being in the way there. Huge shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support on the channel. Really happy I got to do something else other than the foam. There are a lot of stuff planned using the foam, not only for, you know, to finish the front bumper on the 280. I got some more stuff to do there. There are some other pieces for the 280 that I do want to go ahead and use the foam as well. Not to mention my 350Z. Maybe it may even be what I use to go ahead and modify that, now that I'm thinking about it, because I was wondering how I was going to modify that, and that may be the solution, but we'll see. Either way, there's tons of stuff still to come to the channel. So if you guys enjoy it, like, share, subscribe, you know, tell anybody else, if you are watching this video, to come check out the channel. It does mean a lot. You know, editing these videos takes, you know, filming, editing takes time away from my family, from real estate, from work, from everything. Obviously, I still find time to do all those things as well, but you know, this does take some time. So it's important to me that you guys are actually watching and stuff, because it does take a lot of work, more work than you may think, to go in, edit, you know, make sure time of day is good for filming, all that stuff, make sure the family is situated and I'm in a position where I am able to film and edit and all that stuff. So once again, huge thank you for you guys that watch, and especially thank you for those of you that subscribe. But yeah, thank you again. Hopefully I will have a build breakdown for this. I know I've been saying that forever. Probably actually going to try and watch it tonight and film it tomorrow, because that's something I've been lacking on. But either way, tons to come to the channel. Really appreciate you for watching again, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, if you want it, you can have it, that my old style. Moving through the night just like an old car. Yo,